Have you noticed that no matter how hard you try to change the job, you end up in the same situation? You change the partner, different face, different everything, but they absolutely the same, end. You try to change friends and leave the country even, but you end up in the same situations all over again. This happens simply because you are living in the scenario. It's just like the movie. You are the actress or in the theater and you're replaying all over again until you learn the lesson. This video, I want to talk to you about how to break this pattern, how to stop repeating the scenarios, because it's like, yes, we can understand them. We can understand that we have this loops, but how to change that? Because like, okay, I know I'm conscious of what's happening, but how do I change it? How do I come to a different outcome in love, in career, with money? So watch this video till the end. I'm going to give you practical steps. My name is Yulia. I'm a psychologist, hypnotherapist, birth code psychologist, and spiritual mentor. And let's start. First, I want to remind you that everything you have in life, your reality is very, very subjective. So one person has the same point A with the other person, but you come to completely different outcome because the scenario of how you act is different. Scenarios are formed through your lenses. We have different lenses: our soul lens, our soul scenarios, our family dynamics, where we grew up. This is our family lens, and our own personal experience lens. If you've been in the toxic relationship, you are going to have this scenario on you, right? So I explain a lot on this channel about how the scenarios are formed. Watch my video about that and some other like scenarios. So I talk specifically, you can check them out. But like, let's talk about this like subjective reality. So one person can see the same situation from one angle, and let's say I will see it from a completely different angle because I have a trauma and I will overreact, I will over scream, and be very emotional about something. But this person will not be, because he or she doesn't have this scenario. You are not choosing this subjective reality. You are recreating the scenario, just like an actress. She has, for example, today she has a show, tomorrow she has a show. She's just recreating it all over again. You are doing absolutely the same. This is why one of my favorite statements is, the world is a big theater and we are the actors. I'm going to give you an example of relationship. If you have a relationship scenario, you're not being chosen. Watch the video, by the way, on how to change this scenario and why it's formed on my channel. So it means that no matter how good the partner you meet, you will always get attracted not to good guys who can actually build healthy relationship with you, but you will always choose someone who is actually giving you this scenario. So you can overgive, overanalyze, overthink why he texted, da, 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 da. He doesn't choose me, he chooses his work, he chooses his friends. I lived my whole life through this scenario, so I know what I'm talking about, and I'm gonna tell you the steps how I overcame it, okay? In any other scenario, even some small ones. You know, the thing is that you are always pushing for these scenarios to happen, even like I said, if they're not supposed to happen with this person, with this job, with this money, career, whatever, but you are pushing because you are used to this. You need to recreate your show, right? So let's say you have this fear of not being chosen, rejected, abandoned, whatever it is, you are going to come to that conclusion. So you're going to create the situations with the partner. Partners are our best mirrors, so we can see the scenarios the best in relationship. This is why I'm focused on that, because it helps us grow very fast, and you can see this mirror. Okay, what does he mirror to me? And then you can work on that really, really fast. All right. So if your partner is mirroring you this, if you feel like, okay, he's not prioritizing me, he's not choosing me, you're pushing yourself in this fear of being rejected because you want to be right. This is your soul. Your soul doesn't want to be right. Your mind wants to be right. Okay, I felt like my dad left me. I need to find proof that I'm always rejected. This is your psyche doing, not your like, even conscious always. This is what your mind is doing subconsciously, just because you always need to find a scenario. All right? But okay, enough of talking. Let's go to the practical steps, how I rewrite every small situation scenario. It's very practical. I'm going to talk to you with examples. So first thing we need to do, let's say, okay, I'm going to give you a very small example first and then a bigger one. So the first simple example is when I was younger, I always hated. I thought that when I fall asleep, there's always a noise. I cannot fall asleep. I have insomnia. I cannot sleep. This was my trigger. So find the trigger. Think of something small, like small trigger that you may have in life. And I had this trigger. And no matter where I sleep, let's say I sleep in my home with my friends, I go to a hotel, anywhere, I will always have issues. There's going to be always sound, but only for me. Let's say someone behind the window talking, or I don't know, someone outside is like, there's something, even fireworks, I always had this trigger. So this is a small example of some triggering situation. So how did I work with that? Small example first. First, you pause, you understand, okay, I do have the trigger. I don't know why I have this trigger, doesn't matter. I have this small trigger. I want to rewrite it in the moment. So I'm falling asleep, there is a noise. I want to stop it for good. So I'm pausing. How can I pause? I can just pause. If I'm conscious enough, I can go to washroom, wash my face, I can breathe, I can meditate, whatever it is. Pause. 3, 5, 10 minutes, whatever it is. You pause, you understand that, okay, again, my scenario, again, my trigger is happening. It depends. I'm giving you first the small example, then I'm going to give you a big example. So then what I should do is understand, okay, I'm replaying my scenario. I don't want to replay it anymore. So I need to give a new reaction. But first I pause, I calm down, I connect to myself, to my soul, and then usually the impulse, like something comes, some ignition, something different comes the moment you pause, and you need to follow it. So when I was once living in, actually, it was not in my country, I was traveling in the US, and I remember I was living in that house, and there was always a noise every day. And I remember very, very vividly that I paused. I went to washroom. I washed my face. I breathe. I was breathing. I was even like meditating a little bit, and then I felt like, okay, so you know what? I'm just thinking about something else. This is another thing you need to do. You have to shift your focus completely. So you can shift it to another topic in your head. You can think about something emotional for you. You can do something. If it's not my case, it's something else. You can do something differently. You have to shift your focus completely. So I was thinking about, okay, about my, let's say, I don't know, relationship or work, whatever it is. And then when I left the washroom, I completely forgot about this scenario. I paused, I changed the attitude, and the next, like, and then the noise stopped actually. Okay, so, but maybe I don't know, these people just stopped talking, etc., etc. So, and then I went to sleep, and the next morning, my friends told me that these people moved out completely. Okay, so because this is a small example, because I paused, I shifted my focus, I changed my attitude, and I completely like forgot about the scenario. I didn't focus, I didn't give this energy. Even one time, because it's a small example, it changed completely. All right. And of course, to make it grounded in your psyche, you need to repeat at least 3 times for your neurons to form. Now, the relationship example. This is a bit harder. You cannot do it like this. Sometimes small circumstances, let's say someone bothers you on the road, you get triggered, someone took your seat on an airplane. So all the simple examples you can do like I explained to you. But if it's something more like the bigger scenario, like for example, rejection or not being chosen, or you always lose yourself in relationship, this is traumatic. So of course it's gonna take time for your neurons to form. So what we need to do, we need to just simply first take the pause again. Let's say I'll give you example of my own love story. I have the scenario of not being chosen. So one time my partner calls me and he tells me I'm going to France, and I told him I feel unwell. So I felt like he's not prioritizing me again and again. My trauma gets triggered. I want to overreact. I want to say bad words and like break relationship because I don't feel like I'm loved, I'm chosen, da 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 da. So instead, I pause, I go again, like breathe. If I have time, meditate, I refocus, you can watch some great movie, you can follow your some desires. There's going to be something intuitive for you to break through, something new that you can do. So for example, I don't know, the dog wants to walk all of a sudden, like, you know, you follow that, you follow this step. So you change. You can also dissociate yourself with a trauma. You can meditate, you can put this version of you who is not chosen separately. But ideally, if you just shift your focus completely. So this is what I did. I walked my dog, and I completely, like, you know, it's very difficult first time, second time, third time. You need to do it many times if the scenario is very much rooted. So I did that. And the moment I shifted my focus, the moment I followed my, you know, inner voice, how to do it, etc., yes, the thoughts are still coming, but you can still, you know, refocus, reshift, separate yourself from this not being chosen girl. And you know what's funny? Like immediately after, I don't know, 2 3 hours, my partner came with flowers, with gifts, and started acting completely different. And if you repeat it 1 2 3 4 times, you can change this scenario. This is what I do on sessions. I do a bit faster because we go into subconscious using hypnotherapy, so we can do it fast. But I'm gonna give you, this is an example I'm giving you. You can follow yourself. So again, pause, breathe, go back to your body, shift your focus, follow your voice, whatever the impulse is going to tell you, make a new reaction after. 2 3 times, you're going to change your life completely. Hope this is very useful for you. Please subscribe to my channel if you like it, and watch the videos about scenarios. If you have something that you want to ask me, just comment. I'm always open to chat with you. I have some free calculator and the scenarios quiz. I'm going to attach it under the video. I'm going to release soon my mini product on rewriting your scenario fast. So it's going to be a transformative hypnotherapy included product. So we're going to have some practices that are going to help you overnight change any scenario. Okay, so keep on watching. I'm going to attach the links soon to my channel so you can buy it. That's going to be very affordable. And thank you so much and much love.